Hey guys, Curtis from KillDevil Theory here.
And Deanna from KillDevil Theory.
Hope y'all are doing well. It's almost Christmas season. Yay! For some of us, right? We're going to review a song for you. We're going to do a Dream Theater song. And Dream Theater, has a very special place in our hearts. One of the first dates we ever went on, we've been married for a long time, but one of the first dates we ever went on was a Dream Theater concert in Albuquerque, New Mexico, off the, what album was it?
6 Degrees.
6 Degrees,
Turbulence.
Inner Turbulence album, and Joe Satriani and King's X opened for me. It was an awesome show.
And that was actually my very first ever live concert. I had never been to a concert in my 18 years of life.
Well, of a real band anyways.
Well, I know, not at all. I had never been to a concert. Ever.
Yeah. So that worked out well. We're still married. So that went pretty well. Yeah, so we love Dream Theater. I'll be honest, when they changed drummers, I'm not a big fan. I could tell the difference immediately. I don't know what it is about Portnoy. Maybe he's a jerk and all that. I don't know. But man, that dude, his fills he does and the creativity he puts into his music. And I don't know what he did with the music writing process. I think he had a pretty big influence on that. Yeah, it was better. Dream Theater was so much better. Maybe we'll do a video on that, on the history of Dream Theater or something at some point. But I really missed him. I'm so glad he's back in Dream Theater. So that's awesome, because the new guy, not that he's a bad player, I just thought their quality of music or variety of music overall, or maybe it just wasn't heavy enough anymore. It just went downhill for me really bad. The last few albums, I heard repeated riffs and hooks that I've heard on previous songs years back, and it just sounded like they ran out of ideas and were rehashing a bunch of stuff. So I'm glad he's back. Anyways, we're not going to do one of their most famous songs. We're going to do These Walls. Why did you want to do These Walls?
Because this is one of my favorite songs. So just because I really like the intro. It sounded like kind of like a motorcycle riff. It's just very heavy, and I just like the song overall, to tell you the truth.
Cool. Okay.
Nothing more than that.
Well, let's get into it. And again, please don't take any of this personal. I always say I'm a jerk and I don't like a lot of music, so I'm very picky. Yeah, this isn't one of those shows where everybody's gonna be like, oh, everything's awesome and every part's great and every musician's awesome. We're gonna tell you what we really think. And again, it's not personal, nothing against the bands or their success or anything like that. I mean, good for them. And if you like stuff we don't like, more power to you. That's great. But yeah, let's get into the song here. Interesting start there. Sounds like he's doing some whammy tricks there. So to me, it makes me think, ooh, this is gonna be really heavy.
So this is like noise for a purpose, because it's like getting you ready for the intro.
Well, yeah. So like the difference between that noise and that Nirvana song we covered was this resolves into something different, and it works for me because it's all like and it kind of set it up cool instead of being just a part in the song, so to speak. I don't know.
A 2-second thing.
I'm so biased, but I guess it's okay when Mike Portnoy or when Petrucci makes noise, but not Kurt Cobain for me. I know that probably seems like that, but no, I just seems like that resolved well into a new part, and I like that riff they open with there. I like that, and then when the keyboard comes in and fills it out, it's almost pretty and yet full, and yet it's still a rock song. Anyways.
Awesome break there too. I love break.
It so flows perfectly. The songwriting is cool. The editing was perfect. Yeah. There's actually a lot going on those drums there. Some really cool little triplet flams and things going on that, average Joe might not realize. I don't know. Didn't hear Nirvana do nothing like that. I know, I'm horrible.
I like the way that the mood kind of changed. Like it was all hard and fast, and then now it's like really sweet. Not sweet. That's not really a manly term, is it?
No, go ahead.
But it's my term, being a chick. Anyway, just that it's nice and pretty, and it's kind of, again, it's setting up the tone for the verse. And then, as you know, in the chorus, it gets heavy again. So it's a really nice dichotomy in the song.
It's a beautiful part. The guitar part and how it meshes with the keyboard, it's beautiful to me. Yeah, it's that could be Mozart, I mean, it's just beautiful. And so much more full. Again, please don't hate me, but going back to the Nirvana song we critiqued, it was like 2 notes, 3 notes on the little finger picking part, whereas this is just so much more full and it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just so much more going on there. I don't know.
It's not slashed together.
Yeah.
It's like, let's just throw something together.
There's some composition happening here versus a filler guitar riff from a dude that doesn't know what he's doing, it seems like.
But we're also listening to it. We both went to music school, not to be like elitist or anything, but like I think we appreciate
Well, we're biased
We're
more
biased
towards
to-
the complex stuff.
like classical type stuff.
That's a good point. Yeah. I mean, what you learn and what you write and what you do definitely biases and influences you. So maybe that's our problem, because I can't stand most of that Nirvana stuff, but I could listen to Dream Theater all day. So yeah, if you got any thoughts on that, what makes you like what you like, put that down in the comments. That'd be neat to find out about some of you guys. Okay, back to it.
This is so hard for me to find the words to say. My thoughts are standing still.
I think it's a beautiful vocal line. There's some movement there, and just like compared to the Nirvana stuff, again, not to beat a dead horse, but it's just so much more happening there, and it seems like it's so much more thought out, and the lyrics, I bet, are going to get really deep here in a second,
And just the way that he uses different rhythmical notes, like he's usually triplets and dotted eighth notes, and just I hear a lot of composition even in the vocal.
Complex phrasing going on there, yeah. And then the drums, I mean, I don't even think we have to say much about that. There's a lot going on there, and a lot of syncopation going on, which makes it super interesting versus the Nirvana where it's boom da boom da. It's just, again, I'm probably being,
It's not our thing.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be
thing.
insulting. I'm just trying to point out an observational difference here. Okay, guys.
We all listen to music for different reasons.
Yeah. And complex drums. I mean, Deanna, I'll tell you, when we're playing on stage and the drummer does some really cool fill that is new or different, it almost messes me up because I got to turn around and smile at it. That really gets me going, man. That makes the world go around for me, is a really cool drum fill.
And then just going so long without playing with a drummer like that.
What are you saying?
I'm saying we hadn't had a drummer besides the one that played with us in July
Okay.
that didn't really do anything spectacular.
Ouch. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Well, we've been blessed with some good drummers, but yeah, like you're talking about Yo-Yo Bianchi.
Yeah.
And he plays in a band called Terrible. That's his band. And we've been playing with him recently. And it was very enjoyable, our last concert, because number one, we didn't have to worry about him being solid and being able to handle the changes and the musical stuff going on. He's really good musician, so we didn't have to worry about that. And he's very aggressive in terms of trying to push himself and push the envelope and see what he can do. I think he's like me. Maybe he's got a little ADHD and he has to entertain himself, so he tries different things and experiments a little. And 9 times out of 10, it's really cool and goes really well, and it's just creative, and it's fresh when you're playing. It might be a little different every night, and that's what I really enjoy, is that improvisational aspect of it.
And not everybody can do that. Like, they can't improv on the spot.
Yeah, and then once in a while we almost have a train wreck because he's doing that. And there was one song where we almost had to stop because we got so off because it didn't quite work. But I'll take
That's okay though.
I'll take that all day.
Okay.
I'll take the 9 out of 10. Let's do something cool and improvisational all day with the one almost screw up mixed in, the 10% that doesn't work. I'm down with that. But yeah, we've had some drummers in the past. We've been through probably 20, 30 drummers.
And they're very solid.
Lifetime.
Yeah, they were solid.
Most
drummers.
of them, yeah.
Richard was very solid.
Yeah,
very solid.
And I'm not going to name any names or put anybody down or anything. Yeah, Richard was a good drummer, but we've had other people that we're just hoping they can get through the part, get through the song, whereas Yo-Yo can.
Like a minefield.
Yeah, and you're worried about him making it through, whereas he's nimble enough and can handle it. And Dream Theater is the epitome of that, and that all their musicians, you don't have to worry about them like, oh, this part's hard, I'm gonna mess up, or anything like that. Or I hope he gets through this part, because we've had other drummers that were like that, and we're sitting there stressing about them instead of being able to enjoy what we're doing more. And we're trying to look at them, make eye contact, facial expressions, coach them up. And Dream Theater again I don't think they've ever had to do any of that. They're all such really
good musicians.
Highly achieved musicians. They don't have any issue with that. And that's why it's such a joy to listen to them when they are doing that, I think. And I think they lost some of that when they changed drummers again, when they lost Portnoy. And I'm not sure exactly what the cause is, but I don't know, to me, it definitely went downhill. I'm not saying it was terrible. They're still playing circles around most bands, but it's not the same. I don't know.
Kind of to sum it up, it's nice to have somebody that's nimble and will push the envelope. And that's what my director, when I went to college for music, that's what she told us, is don't be afraid to make the mistake. So at least you're trying, and we can fix it,
Yeah. I mean, when you're playing, it's a performance. So perform.
Play through it.
I don't think you always want to just play it safe and exactly the
just
same.
Play through the mistake, because most people aren't going to notice anyway if you don't let on. That's one of the secrets in playing live.
I don't think it's the end of the world when you play a bad note or mess up. I mean,
we've had plenty of moments like that.
Yeah, but that's where you get some of your really creative moments. I mean, it can't be so bad that the music suffers overall, but I think it's cool when you can get with a group of people and actually push yourself live. I think that's really cool. And that's probably why we like Dream Theater a lot too. Okay, let's get back into the song.
Captive inside of me, all emotions start to hide, and nothing's getting through. Watch me think I'm losing, all my instincts falling into.
I love this pre-chorus part. It's got such a nice drive and change on the drums, and it's just got that nice pulsating, driving rhythm to it, and it just, they're masters of just syncing everything. You don't even notice anything anywhere. And of course, with a studio recording, you wouldn't anyways. But when you hear them live, it's exactly that good. And yeah, what a cool part going into this chorus now, and a build up. So much composition happening, and yeah, you don't get that with a lot of bands. I actually like the keyboard part a lot on this chorus. And this is about the only band where I'm ever amazed at the keyboard player. Like, you know, they usually don't get to do a lot, to be honest. And, but in this band, he does, and he's pretty awesome. So I like hearing Jordan Rudess and what he comes up with, and how it meshes with the guitar and everything. It's really cool. What a great transition back into the more mellow part, the acoustic-y guitar and all that. And I have to say, sometimes the only complaint I have with Dream Theater is their harmonies leave something to be desired. And that was one part I didn't really like, when Portnoy would do a lot of the harmonies. I didn't.
It wasn't like Alice in Chains.
No, no, it just,
Wow.
it was just kind of.
That's maybe one of the things that they're missing. The harmony.
Well, I didn't like when Portnoy did the harmonies. I thought they sounded kind of Bush League, to be honest. Like, not the greatest. Like, yeah, Alice in Chains, their harmonies are freaking off the chain. I mean, just off the chart, awesome, amazing. And they're actually doing harmonies, not just octaves and things, you know. And but in this song, Dream Theater does a great job, I think, with the backing harmony. And I don't know if that's just Labrie, the singer, doing that, or if other musicians are in on that too, but these are really perfect. Whereas sometimes on other ones, I remember some of the songs on, I think, 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence, maybe it was Glass Prison, I didn't think they were that great. Like, they just sounded sloppy, or not a good mix. I don't know, but these are phenomenal.
Uncertainty. I don't like this feeling. I'm sinking like a stone. Each time I try to speak, there's a voice I'm hearing, and it changes everything.
I like how the bass player fills everything in, like, but it's underneath, but it really fills out a lot. It's very,
yeah, you don't notice it,
yeah.
but it fits perfect. I was just thinking how much musicianship is happening right there on that part. The drummer's going nuts on the cymbal work. The bass line fits perfect. Keyboard player is doing the ambience in the background. The vocalist he put a lot of emotion into a couple of those phrases there. It's just, wow. It's good stuff. And that's what I enjoy right there. That's just a lot of musicianship going on right there. Wow.
Watch me crawl from the wreckage of my silent conversation, failing. Tear down these walls for me, stop me from going.
A catchy chorus. Kind of reminds me of some stick stuff from the 80s with that keyboard so prominent in there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you don't hear a lot of that. I like it. You think thing about the vocals in this song, he's going to that really breathy low part on the acoustic guitar part, on the verse. And then he's doing this very powerful push voice here on the chorus. I don't know what you call that in vocal terms, but it's just a lot going on vocally. I don't know if the guy gets credit for that.
That'd be like your mid voice.
Mid voice, okay. He's doing a lot of different stuff in here. He's showing a lot of versatility, I'd say, in this song. And that's really cool.
One more point. Like the last one with Nirvana, these two lyrics are like kind of in the same category, but from a totally different different viewpoint and different outlook. Here he's basically saying that he's depressed, but he's gonna get through it. But in Nirvana, it's just like you're just sitting there in your in your depression,
Yeah.
And there's one part on here where it says, they just sang it, I'm sorry. Watch me crawl from the wreckage of my silence, conversation failing, sorry. Watch me crawl from the wreckage. During that part, it reminds me of like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And I love that part. That's like one of my favorite lyrics of all lyrics.
Yeah, the song, he's kind of asking for help in the lyrics, isn't it? Tear down these walls for me, stop me from going under. You are the only one who knows I'm holding back. It's not too late for me to keep from sinking further. I'm trying to find my way out. Tear down these walls. So, hey man, at least he's being proactive, trying to get some help.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain I don't even know what those lyrics were about on the chorus, and it was really depressing. I actually think that guy might have been going through a lot of pain writing music like that. I mean,
that was his way of dealing with it.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that it felt like he was stuck, and then the way he passed, like poor guy. Oh, we got a Dream Theater bridge here. I love these. And it might have a big change in the song. That usually means something cool's coming. This is like the chase scene in a movie, or getting ready to get into the chase scene of a movie. And Dream Theater does a great job with these. I love how the guitar stays heavy on that riff. And then at the song overall, it just sounds beautiful. It's like, who can do that? I mean, great composition there.
There's just so much to unpack here, even through the lyrics. Like we could do a whole nother video just doing the lyrics, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
Yeah, that's really cool though, how they and then it's just all beautiful background music meshed together with it, and it works so well. Very simple solo as far as Petrucci is concerned. It's very melodic and following the melody of the song, almost like the Nirvana song, and yet I still felt like it said a lot more. I don't know, and I like the guitar tone a lot better overall. But these are my biases coming out, but just an observation there. Did you have any thoughts on that?
No.
Okay.
Now we have orchestra coming in.
Yeah, even more build up, more composition happening. It's really cool, and it's nice.
That's a cool break.
Yeah. Double bass right into that next part, right back into the chorus. Yeah, so sharp, so smooth, so creative, so much thought put into the music. Thank you, Dream Theater. Let me say this. Here's a hypothetical that'll probably piss some people off, but if Nirvana wanted to cover this song, could they? Would they even be capable of playing this? I mean, I know they don't have a keyboard player, so that's kind of not fair. But let's say they hired a keyboard player. Could they even pull it off? I kind of don't
I
think
don't know,
so.
because I haven't listened to any of their songs really.
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they could do a version of it, but just the drumming and the singing and the guitar work, I can't imagine them pulling off a song like this. And that's probably not fair. But just something to think about.
And then you hear the little, what do you call it? The motif from the very
Yep.
beginning.
And the guitar solo.
Yeah, so you see a lot of like motifs, or back in the old days when you did like orchestral music, you'd sit there and you listen to the orchestra before the opera started, and they'd like play through all the motifs, and the motifs represented either an idea or a character. So when you heard the motif, you would connect to that. So it's cool to see the motif come back from the beginning.
Yeah, they're definitely planting that one in your brain for sure. Yeah.
It's like what do you call it? A worm.
An earworm.
Or earworm, yeah.
Yeah.
So they were doing earworms way back when.
Oh yeah.
Too. So,
Sticks in your brain.
It
Makes
does.
you remember that song, right?
yeah.
Good. A little playful, I assume that's Jordan Rudess on the keyboard, but the little orchestra riffs there. I really like that. That's a nice change up.
And you really don't hear many bands playing of 6/8.
No,
Either.
you're right.
So,
Yeah. How cool is that?
Yeah.
If you think about this overall song, what it started from with just the whammy noise, and then it just slowly builds up, adds this, adds that, transitions here, and then you get the orchestra coming in. Now you got the orchestra with little orchestra riffs
the
too.
climax.
It's like, what a buildup. What a buildup. What composition taking place, you know?
And this is one of the songs, types of songs where you can listen to it over and over again and get something from it every single time.
Yeah.
You know?
What a masterpiece. Just a great song overall. The composition, like I said, the guitar part stays heavy on the verse at times, or on the chorus at times, and then it's still just beautifully put together behind it. Like it's pretty. It's just it's really cool. Man, what a neat composition. And then the build up throughout the song, just amazing. Just amazing. And you could focus in on any one of those musicians, and there's a lot of stuff you could break down or study or analyze, and it's really neat. And not that you should do that necessarily, but you could, and then how it all comes together is just amazing. A really good song on the Octavarium album, which wasn't one of my favorites. Did you like that
I liked like half the album. I'd
Yeah,
say.
I thought there was like 4 songs, maybe 5 that were really good on it, and then like the Octavarium song I couldn't stand, and I know that's probably making people want to
I didn't
slash my
mind it,
tires, but yeah, I didn't like that song. It sounded like a modern day ripoff of Pink Floyd.
Mm.
I didn't like it, and I thought that was kind of the last album they did that was really good before Portnoy left. I'm pretty sure Portnoy was on that one, right? On Octavarium.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But there was a few songs I really loved on there. Panic Attack was great, and a couple others. Of course, I lean to the heavier side, but
Sure.
yeah, that Octavarium song, I couldn't. I don't know, it just sounded like a rehash of a bunch of stuff mishmashed together. Not their finest hour. Whereas the last song we just listened to, These Walls, is really good and unique sounding too. To me, there's not a lot out there that sounds like that,
And that's the one that I was driven to off the Octavarium album. I like Panic Attack too, but this is my favorite.
Yeah, there was a couple others I think I liked even more than Panic Attack, but I don't remember the titles off the top of my head. But this song, it's cool because there's little glimpses where you can almost bang your head, with the guitar, and then there's these orchestral movements, and it's just wow, it's got a lot going on in
So
there.
there's something for the guy and the girl in it.
What do you mean by that?
Because we like more pretty stuff.
Do they?
I do.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've seen girls that like to bang their heads too.
Oh, sure.
I think you like that stuff
Yeah, I
too,
do.
don't you?
I
Yeah.
do.
So I don't know. I don't want to go big stereotype
Come
on
on.
it, but I know that most rock bands, they're probably 80% guys listening to them, the heavier ones, and 20% girls. So yeah, there's definitely something to that, but I wasn't gonna go there.
Well, I'm going there.
Hold on.
So it'll be fun to see what Portnoy writes with Dream Theater now that he's back.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear
just
some
to
new
see,
material
yeah.
from Dream Theater now, and I
Yeah.
bet they'll be refreshed and recharged because
Yeah.
he's been gone for so long, and then you get that part back in. And
Well, and then all the influences that he's picked up from being on
Yeah,
the long he's gonna bring into the music
Like,
and
they'll-
it's gonna change it.
they'll probably all have new ideas now when you reintroduce that dynamic of his playing, and then like you said, he'll have new ideas, and yeah, maybe we'll get a nice fresh Dream Theater album where it's like they invent new rhythms and things, because that's how I used to feel listening to Dream Theater. When you go back and listen to some of their older stuff, it's like they played rhythmic parts that I'd never heard before. It's like they invented the rhythms that they did, and they were so complex and awesome, and it was heavy. And then you throw in all the compositional stuff, and it was just amazing. And then I think they kind of lost that for about the last 10 years or so.
Mhm.
And so yeah, I hope they come out with fresh, new, inventive rhythms and things. And I can't wait to hear that stuff for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, well, we'll shut up now. We'll see y'all soon. A lot of things happening. Check us out, KillDevil Theory, killdeviltheory.com. And yeah, y'all have a great day.